Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, man, if y'all noticed on my last video, I installed the flex fuel sensor on the Camaro. So before I can monitor and see how much ethanol it has in the car, I went out and bought another gauge. This gauge right here is from P3, and what it does, it monitors the ethanol content in the car. So it comes with the kit. The gauge is pretty nice. What it does, it replaces the vent. It uses one of the vents. So that's what it looks like. Like I say, it comes with the instructions and everything like that. So we'll go ahead and go outside and remove the vent, and then we'll bring it back in here and we'll go ahead and get this thing installed. All right, so this is right here. This is the vent that's going to replace, that's where the gauge is going to be. So to remove this right here, we have to remove well, that should be enough to get back this right here. They wanted you to test this gauge out before you put it in, but my son's asleep, so I ain't going to start this car because it's just way too loud. Now, I don't want to pull this too far because I don't want to disconnect my lights right here. And right back here is some clamps you got to undo if I can get to them. All you got to do is press them in. Look back here. All right. Can't find them. Oh, there's one. All right, let me work on this real quick. All right, it took me a few minutes to find those tabs, but we got it out. There's these tabs right here. Had to push them in and then try to push, then pull it out. So this is what we're looking for. So while I'm here, I got enough room. We'll go ahead and remove this panel right here. Shoot. Shoot, I can't get a hold of it. Well, we'll deal with that in a minute when we do the wiring. All right, my son finally woke up, so I'm gonna go ahead and test this gauge out like they require you. Well, they want you to. So all you gotta do is just hook this up in the OBD port. Hope I got it the right way. I can't see. There it is. All right. Let's just start this thing up and we'll see if see what it do. And it's gonna be loud because I haven't started this car up in a while. That's why I was waiting on my son. Well, at least we got it working. So let's go and finish the install. All right, so we finally, like I said, we got this out. Now what we got to do is remove this bezel right here, the cover. You can buy this with the cover, with the gauge already mounted, But I think just be cheaper, just go ahead and just remove this and reuse it instead of paying extra money. But yeah, so all I gotta do on the next thing, you just have to remove these clips right here. And this right here should pop off. So let's try that. So all I'm doing is just hold it up like this. So while I'm raising it up, I'm trying to push this back a little bit. Like that. Work on this side. So this is on there pretty good. So you just gotta keep working back and forth, you know. There you go. So now we got this off. Then we just gotta remove the center right here. So all you gotta do is just reach in here and just, should be able to just pull it out. Okay. You gotta open this up and should just pull that out like that. So there you have it. And the next thing you gotta realize which word is your top and bottom. It says which word it's at. This is the top of your bezel. This is the bottom. So next thing we need to do is go ahead and install the gauge inside that. So like I said, since you got that out, I'm trying to find the top. It says top right there. And we're gonna run the wire through that honeycomb right inside there. So make sure it's at the top. We're gonna go through this honeycomb right there. And just pull that through. Like that. This is the top. The buttons are right there, so basically should just go right in there. There we go. And once you get it going in there, it should be able to turn and you can line it up. So this is the top and the buttons are right there. So, yeah. There it is like that. And make sure it's where I want it. Line it up like I want it. And like I say, it's still functional. Yeah. So that's it. Then all we gotta do is just replace this. What I did, I marked where the top is at. I put a mark on here to the mark on here for the top, just to help me to line it up where it's supposed to go. But just give it an idea just where the center of this thing at. So where's that marking at? Right there it is. So I know it goes right there, it goes right there and right there. So all you gotta do is just put it back on. There it is. And all we have to do now is just go ahead and reinstall this. And like I said, this gauge, it has a lot of features in it. Most of the stuff I probably won't use, but my main goal for buying this is just checking the ethanol content. And it does a lot of stuff, your voltage, boost gauge, you can hook up sensor for your boost. It has a lot of stuff. But that's just something I'll probably just deal with later on down the road. But my main focus is just go ahead and get this e-content shown. So with that being said, let's go install it in the car. All right, now it's time to install this. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fish our wiring in here. like so. That's on the bottom, so I have to go to the top. There should be a top right there. Make sure I got the wires. All right. Okay, next thing you need to do, I gotta unhook this right here. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna see if I can fish this whole thing up in here instead of unhooking it. If not, see if I can get it. There it is. All right. Now all I gotta do is plug this in. Like that. Let's snap that back in. All right. And plug this up. We should be good to go. All right, guys, hold on. It's kind of dark. I can't see. Hey, there it is. And where is it at? There it is. All right. It'll get me a wire tie. And then I'm going to tie this up, then we're going to put it back in there. So I'll get back with y'all in a second. So I got the zip tied the way I want it. Just get the wires up a little bit. I'm going to place it right back in there. Like that. Now these wires right here, I think these are like boost sensors. They got all kinds of sensors you can put on there to monitor even more stuff. But my main thing was just trying to monitor the ethanol content. So we'll go like that and put the cover back on. It's hard for me to see, guys. All right, guys, we can go ahead and give it a start and see what it looks like. So here we go. That's the one I'm looking for right there, the ethanol. Air temp. Guys, this thing do a lot of stuff. 0 to 60. Temperature. Yeah, guys, this thing do a lot of stuff. It reads a lot of stuff that I'm not going to be using. As long as it has the ethanol content, I'll probably be good. As far as like the 0 to 60, I do have a PDR in this car. I don't know if I can get to it with the ignition off. This car is just so loud. But they do have a gauge that mounts right here. I think it's an AEM that mounts right here in your defrost vent right here. and it sits right here, but I didn't want my car to look like a race car. So that's one reason why I got this, make it look stock. Let me see if I can, let's see here. See, it does have a PDR. So it has to be started. So the camera's up here somewhere. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video, guys. It's just a little install video of my new gauge that I got put in the Camaro. It's something I needed. And so with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all watching the video. And until the next one, guys, I'm out on this one. Peace.